Hi grade 3s, welcome to your next lesson of Recorder. Today we're going for our next piece, the Elizabethan dance from the time of Queen Elizabeth, when you would find all the rich people coming together in a bowl and having a soiree, if you would say so. So let's take a look at Elizabethan dance and let's learn how to play it. So the first thing we need to pay attention to is the fact that it's in 2/4. So meaning we have 2 beats per bar. Remember, an eighth note takes up half a beat. So we have T, 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 T. So that's 2 beats right there. So let's read the rhythm. 1, 2. T, 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 ta. T, 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 ta. Ta, ta. T, T, ta, ta. T, 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 ta. Ta. Repeat. T, 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 ta. T, 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 ta. 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 T, T, ta, ta, T, 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 ta, ta. So notice how we have the repeat sign here. So that means we don't just play it once and think we're done. We have to play it once. Once we reach that double dot, we means we go back to the beginning, we repeat. And if you notice, you have a breath mark right there. So that means that's your chance to take a nice good breath. Not such a big amount of air, otherwise that first note over that G is going to be squeaky, okay? So I want you just to try and read the rhythm by yourself just one time. After a count of 2. 1, 2. Alright, so let's get to learn how to play this thing. We have a lot of quick moving notes, mainly because of the eighth notes. And remember, so we're counting 2 beats per bar. So 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? So let's start off with this first bar. Let's notice if we can find a pattern. We're going from this G, climbing up, and then we stay on that B, then we climb up to the C, and we stay on that C. So we're just ascending slowly. We're ascending with some stops, where we're going to rest on the note, and then we'll climb higher, rest on that note. So let's start off here. We have G, A. What note is that? On our third line? I'm not going to tell you. You have to figure it out because you're smart enough to do so by now. So let's go from this G to these 2 eighth notes over here. After a count of 2. 1, 2. Again. Alright, let's go to bar number 2. We get to the C, C, C. Alright, to that higher note. Ready? Go. Bar 2 again. Let's go. Let's go for bar 1 to bar 2. 1, 2. A little slower. Go. Now let's go to bar 3. Notice how we're going down and then climbing up again. So we're going from that B down to the A and then we're climbing up to the D. And when we get to the D in this 4th bar, we're staying on it even on the 5th bar with that same rhythm, that ta, ti, ti. Okay? So let's take it from bar 3 going down, up, and let's get to these 2 Ds over here. Ready? Starting this B note. Ready? Go. Again, bar 3 to bar 4. Let's go for bar 1 up until bar 4. Ready? Go. Let's go for bar 5. We play those Ds. D. We play those Ds. D, 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 C, C. Let's go for it. Bar 5 and bar 6. Ready? Go. Nice, that was pretty easy. Now let's go to bar number 7. Notice how we're now skipping a note. We're going from B, skipping over the A and going to a G. So B, G, double A, then finish on G, G. So let's do bar 7 and bar 8. Ready? Go. Again. Let's do bar 6 all the way till bar 8. So from these D, D, D. Ready? go. All right, let's try the whole piece from beginning to the end. And then we'll do it again, but then the second time with the repeat. Ready? Go. All right, now let's try to do the whole thing twice. So that means when we get to this double dot, we go back to the beginning. Ready? 1, 2. So a couple of things to watch out for is once you finish that, when you get a G, 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 A, B, B, it moves like quickly. So don't get used to playing that G, G, then you go here saying G, because then by that time it's already going. It goes G, A, B, B, okay, because of those eighth notes. So watch out for that. So that's our Elizabethan dance with all these eighth notes and that repeat over there. So also try and pay attention to these breath marks because they're also a good guide to help you see when to take a breath. You don't want to be taking breaths everywhere throughout the piece. You want to have good points to take breaths so that you don't interrupt the flow of the music, okay? All right, grade 3, so that's our second piece so far, Elizabethan dance. We're trying to really get used to those eighth notes so that we can get used to moving, going up and going down. Music, yes, you can hear it, but also notice how there's patterns in it. Sometimes we're starting from the bottom, going up, then we come back down, then we go higher, then we stay there for a bit, then we go down, we come up a bit, we go down, and all those patterns are in your music. So always try and see if you can find a pattern in your music because the music gives you more information than just saying play this note, play this note, play this note. It allows you to actually see how the rhythms move and how the pitch moves throughout the song, how the different notes get higher or lower throughout the song. So really cool when you can see the music, you can visualize it, and that's why the sheet music is there. So make sure you have the sheet music in front of you. If you don't have it, then go into Facts and you'll be able to print it. But if you don't have a printer at home, then go to your class teacher and they'll be able to help you out. But very important to have the sheet music in front of you. Don't look down on it. It's really helpful. All right, have fun practicing Elizabethan dance and I will see you next week for our next piece. Bye, grade 3s.